Welcome everybody to the Focus Bee show. Thrilled about today's topic on high energy. How can you have high energy in your life every single day? I've already spoken on a previous episode around the 4 pillars. They are more for physical energy. I'll briefly recap them now. The idea was nutrition. Obviously, eating healthily has a huge impact on our hormonal balance, on how we feel, on our immune system. Nutrition is huge. Then exercise, could go on about this all day. Endorphins, all of that. It's really, yes, keystone habit, an absolute must in terms of energy. Sleep, which I love. Again, there's been an entire podcast episode on sleep. It's so important. And time out, which is also meditation, mindfulness, time in nature, disconnecting. So that's what I like to call NEST: nutrition, exercise, sleep, time out, and making sure each of these are respected every day. So for instance, I ensure I always have 8 hours sleep. I always eat healthily. Maybe the odd very small exception, but as a whole, it's hugely important for me. So I make it a must. And, I don't drink alcohol and I don't eat processed sugar and I eat lots of fruit and vegetables and all of that. And this is super important for me. And then I exercise every morning and also meditate every morning. So I ensure that I have those 4 pillars of NEST every single day. And no, I'm not a robot, and no, I'm not perfect, and sometimes it's for shorter amounts and sometimes longer, but the idea is really to cherish those 4 pillars. This is one aspect of energy, so I feel it's very important to have this as a basis or to work on it, to develop these healthy habits if they're not already in place. But that in and of itself isn't enough to really be energized. It helps. It'll give you the physical ability to think more clearly. Cold showers also is a bonus. To be more alert, to be more concentrated. But you might not always be energized or motivated or inspired. So there are a few other strategies and techniques that I'd like to discuss today that I feel make a huge difference in terms of our energy levels. The first one is our thought pattern. How do we think every single day? Because if you're thinking, this sucks, it's another bad day, the weather's not nice, this person's not nice, and all your thoughts spiral around negative topics or ways of viewing things, then that's not going to make you feel very energized. Let's face it. Thoughts that bring you down, even if you eat healthily and get lots of sleep, won't make you feel energized. There are a few ways you can change your thoughts. First of all, notice them. And I've spoken about this before, but it's so important, and I feel we can all benefit from being reminded and doing this regularly. So first, notice your thoughts. Start to be aware. What are you thinking every day? This is impacting your life, your energy, your business, your relationship. Your thoughts impact the outside world. So start to pay attention. That's number 1. Number 2, interrupt them. So start getting into the habit of when you're thinking something toxic, negative, worrying, frustrating, I'm a failure, this isn't working, people don't like me. Stop it. Literally, listen. And if there's no value in it, if it's just sort of complaining and negative for the sake of it, and it's not actually something you need to do anything about, then interrupt that thought pattern and replace it. Even with something totally different. Because when you start to break that pattern, it'll start to get rid of that thought and it'll change it. That's one way. And the other way is getting more positive thoughts in. So starting to really absorb positive content, inspiring content, encouraging positive thoughts that you have. So when you think something like my life is great, pausing and thinking, yeah, it's really great. Or I'm feeling grateful for this meal, taking an extra second and thinking, yeah, this meal tastes amazing and I'm so happy that I have the experience to eat it right now with these friends or on my own or whatever it is. Taking a moment to encourage positive thoughts. And then you can also place anchors or methods to get them regularly. For instance, every morning when I journal, I write at the end, today is a great day. I set myself up for a success, and by success I mean happy and productive and energizing day before I've even gotten out of bed, because I journal in bed. The reason I do this is because by programming ahead of time, this is a great day, or it's awesome, or I'm feeling so happy and energized, then your mind is going to look for reasons for it to be a great day or to be energized. So this is one super important aspect after the nest, nutrition, exercise, sleep, and time out, is to look at your thoughts, because they have such an impact on your energy level. This is so huge, so huge. The second aspect is emotions. So thoughts and emotions are directly correlated, but they are two different things. And for emotions, very similar to thoughts, start to see which ones come up, interrupt the ones you don't want to have as much of, and just start to pay attention. What triggers emotions? How do you feel them in the body? Where does it manifest? Mindfulness and meditation will help you to notice the difference between what triggers one emotion, what triggers another emotion. Meditation being that time out that you have, where you breathe, let go of your thoughts, and mindfulness being more present during the day, paying attention to what you're doing. Then you'll start to notice certain emotions, what triggers them, letting them go. Emotional awareness and emotional intelligence are huge. If you want to be more energized, if you're feeling anxious every day, it's going to be hard. You can still do it, but this will be challenging. So try to look already in what I've said so far. The essential physical and mental, of course, because nutrition and exercise and time out all have an aspect on your mental health and energy too, but they're all very physical related. And mentally related, we have the thoughts and the emotions. So start to think in all of these pillars: nutrition, exercise, sleep, time out, thoughts, emotions. Which ones are energizing you? Do you feel super energized after going for a run or after spending some time relaxing? Or does this thought give you like a huge boost, but this thought kind of brings you down? So we have now the physical aspect, nest, the mental, psychological aspect of thoughts and emotions, and there's a lot more behind that, but let's focus on those for now. And then I'd like to add external influences, and those can be listening to podcasts, books, people, friends, your work, music. All of these things obviously impact your energy. If you're listening to a song that's upbeat, that's fun, that's relaxing, that has a nice tempo, versus a very aggressive rap song with loads of swear words and shouting, they're not going to make you feel the same way. Same if you're reading the news or if you're reading a really nice novel that's all happy. And if your work is energizing you or if your work is draining you. A really important aspect with work is the work per se can be both energizing or draining, even the same work, because a lot has to do with your perspective. If you're in a job or in a phase of your life when you're not enjoying your work so much, but for whatever reason, you can't just quit. Maybe you have a mortgage, kids, whatever. You can't just quit or quit right now. The simplest way to be more energized is to start to think differently about your work. Again, it comes back to changing your thought pattern. If every day when you go to work, you think, this is a prison, this is a torture, I can't stand it anymore, I just want to go, then that's going to drain you. If you think it's a privilege that I get to work here, it's fantastic that at least I have some income and this is helping me to support my family, or this is one aspect of my work I really like, or I'm learning new things, or I'm working on this, or just find something, anything, any thought that will help you to view your work differently so that it gets you through the day and energizes you. And I guarantee the work per se, neither good nor bad. And that the same person doing the same job can feel happy about it or totally drained, depending on their perspective. It comes back to changing your thoughts. And another external influence could be socializing or seeing friends or reading books or listening to inspiring podcasts. Now, if we look at this whole chain of energy, from the physical aspect to the mental, psychological aspect of thoughts and emotions, to the external aspect of your work, friends, socializing, music, we here have so many elements that we can impact and influence directly to feel more energized. So I invite you, after checking this episode or video, to reflect on each of them: nutrition, exercise, sleep, time out, thoughts, emotions, external influences such as work, relationships, music, books, inspirational, interviews, what have you. And start to think, where could you optimize your energy? Where is it missing? Are you just not getting enough sleep, and by having more sleep you'll be more energized? Great, easy fix. Or are you seeing some people that are maybe a bit toxic or depressing or bring you down? Okay, well, let's change that. Or are you just not getting enough fresh air and spending too long indoors and just need to go out more for walks? It's not all about running or going to the gym, but start to look. Because if you're not energized, something's happening. Either it's your thoughts, or it's the way you see certain things, or your body is being deprived of nutrients or exercise or fresh air. But I guarantee you can change your energy now, literally now. Now you can get up, drink a refreshing glass of fresh water, sit down for 5 minutes, do some meditation, and then go for a long walk and listen to a super inspiring podcast, or go for a long walk in nature and be disconnected from modern tech and all of that. Because you have the ability to change your energy at any given moment. And you can do this in the long term by putting in the work and the effort. So I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast episode on how to be more energized, going through the different pillars of more your physical aspect, the mental, psychological aspect, and the external environment. And if you'd like to have a boost and go through a whole course on inner transformation for outer success, then you can check out my free masterclass in the link below. And this will take you one level further in terms of transforming your energy from the inside out. Thank you so much for being here with me today and wishing you a wonderful, energizing day ahead.